Listen, no matter how many times I logged in, no matter how many times I checked my phone, the balance was still the same. Nothing changed. I pray that the Holy Spirit blesses this video to find you before you log into that bank account, your Cash App account, one more time. Listen, stop checking. Stop checking and trust God. You know, let me ask you this. Is logging into the bank, checking your balance again, really going to change what's there? Because if you are honest, it's not about the numbers. It's about your fear. It's about your worry. It is about your lack of faith. It is about you not trusting God. It is about that quiet panic that's whispering to you right now, what if God doesn't come through this time? And listen, I know that feeling. The tension between faith and fear. You trust God, but your finger still hovers over the bank app. You log in, see did you get paid? Because you know we get paid on Friday, right? But a lot of times we're supposed to get paid on Wednesday. We're not supposed to. We will get paid on Wednesday or Thursday. We done made a promise to pay to something and we want to log in and make sure it comes through. Because if you're anything like me, sometimes our employer pays us late. It has been sometimes Saturday or Monday till we got paid. So let me ask you this. You tell yourself you're just planning ahead, but the reality is your heart is pacing faster than your thoughts. You refresh the account like it owes you peace. You trust God, you say, but yet you keep checking. You're not trusting God to provide. Peace doesn't come from the balance, my sister and brother. It comes from the belief that God is still our provider. It comes from the belief of Philippians 4:19. And my God shall supply all of my needs according to his riches and glory. And I don't know who this is for right now, but I felt led to just come in here and tell you, stop checking. It's not going to change. See, we look at things and we say we strategize and we're planning, but the reality is you're not planning. You worried. You are worried. You are in fear. Are they going to pay me today? Is my check going to come through today? Listen, we working by systems. Systems fail. God never fails. You are not checking the numbers. You're trying to control the uncertainty that your heart feels. And when we try to control what's in God's hands, we only end up more anxious because worry is the enemy's counterfeit version of preparation. He makes you think you're preparing. He makes you think you're planning ahead. But if you sit a moment, you pause and you really think about it, you're worrying. It looks like responsibility. It looks like you're being responsible. But it's really fear in disguise. Matthew 6:27 tells us, can any one of you by worrying add a single hour to your life? You can't, and you won't. You never will. You'll never be able to fix it by staring at the problem. You keep checking your bank. You keep refreshing it. Faith doesn't refresh the screen. It refreshes your soul. You know, I remember sitting on my bed one night. My bills spread out because I'm thinking about what I'm going to pay, my calculator in hand, tears in my eyes. And it's been a while back now. I had checked my bank account at least 7 times that day. And every time it whispered the same message, not enough, overdrawn. But then God whispered back to me, daughter, you keep checking that account when I'm asking you to check your heart, when I'm asking you to trust me. The truth, my sister and brother, the reality was my lack of funds wasn't my biggest issue. It's not yours. It is our lack of faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You do not see the resources. You don't see the money. You don't see the healing. You're looking. Some of us are just refreshing our phone to see if we got that email for that job offer. Some of us are refreshing our phone to see if they text, if they call, do they still like me? Are we going out? Are we going to hang out? You worrying yourself. You're causing yourself to be anxious. And what I learned that night was something powerful. You cannot budget peace. You can't force peace. You can't call it out the sky. You can't calculate miracles. And you can't plan your way into provision. Only trust your way there. Not according to your paycheck should you trust. Not according to your account should you trust. Not according to the phone trying to refresh it. Did it come through? Did it come through? Did it come through? See, because the more you keep doing that, you are giving the enemy territory, a placeholder in your life to cause you to be anxious. And what does the word say? Be anxious for nothing, but by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, you make your request known. You've already prayed. God already knows what you promised to pay. God already knows what you need to pay. God already knows you don't have enough food or provision. He already knows. He already knows. Remember for Philippians 4:19, according to his riches, the kind that never runs out. So today, right now, maybe God is saying to you through this video, stop checking what's not moving and start trusting the one who always works on your behalf. Stop replaying your fear and start remembering God's faithfulness. Go back into a time that God made a way, that God healed you, that God protected your children. Go back to that. Because listen, Ecclesiastes says there's nothing new up under the sun. You ain't just dealt with this before. This ain't your first rodeo. This is not the first time, my sister and brother. God doesn't respond to panic. He responds to prayer, and he definitely responds to faith. So every time you choose to trust instead of worry, heaven moves on your behalf. Matthew 6:31-33 reminds us, do not worry, saying, what shall I eat? What shall I drink? But seek first God's kingdom and his righteousness, and all the things that you need will be added unto you. You just have to believe. So before you open up that app again, before you look at that bank account, before you check Cash App again, before you check to see if they call, before you check to see if the email come through, rest in God. Trust that God sees you. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a deep breath and say, I know that God being for me is more than anything that would ever be against me. I know that my Father loves me. I know that my Father will make a way. I am not going to stress myself out. I'm going to trust that God is going to provide. I'm trying to trust that that offer letter will come through. I am going to trust that God will make sure that I get paid on time so that I can pay the bills that I need to pay. Trust God, my sister and brother. Tell God, Lord, I'm tired of pretending my worry is wisdom. I'm tired of pretending that this planning that I'm doing is preparing myself. I'm just being anxious. I'm walking in fear. And 2 Timothy says God doesn't give us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. Ask God to help you plan from peace, not from panic or anxiety, so to speak. Even if anxiety, you think you're not feeling anxiety, it creates illnesses and inflammation in our bodies. Because when your heart rests in him, he'll handle what's in your hands. He will multiply. Remember the little boy with the 2 fish and 5 loaves? Even if you don't have enough, God will take what you have and multiply if you stay in a place of peace. I want you to pray this with me. Father, I trust you even when my balance doesn't match my faith. I choose to believe that you are working behind the numbers, behind the scenes, behind every past due bill, working all things together for my good. Provide not just what I need, but restore my peace while I wait and trust you to make a way. Listen, trust God today, my sister and brother. Just stop worrying, stop checking. And I pray before you check again, I pray that the Holy Spirit causes this video to find you and you'll just sit in peace. You'll put that phone down. You won't log into that computer again, and you will trust that God will provide because he sees you. He is Elroy, the God who sees. There's nothing hidden from God. He works where there's faith. Simply put, he works where there's faith. So trust him, my sister and brother. Stop checking. Stop checking. And trust God. I pray again that the Holy Spirit blesses this video to find you before you look again. Trust God, my sister and brother. You all have an amazing night. I love each and every one of you. God is going to provide. Trust him. Philippians 4:19. Shalom.